Hi everyone, welcome to your full moon reading for the Pisces full moon. My name is Veroosh and this is your collective tarot card reading. I've pulled this from the astrology and activated chart positions, as the astrology is going to be addressed in future videos and the activated chart positions as well. But for brevity or for a short summary, you just want to be aware that we are at a fork in the road. I'm posting this on the full moon, and essentially what you decide you are at this time is what you become. So I would say pick a side, pick a team, pick a course of action, and all the consequences, the positive and the negative ones, will flow in turn from that. I'll explain that more in future videos. I allude to it in today's video. And members, I explain a little bit of that in your extended, so I hope you enjoy it. Even though we're in Mercury retrograde shadow, it's still somewhat quiet and we have about a week left before Mercury goes retrograde. So use this energy from this full moon until Mercury retrograde to really set your sights and your thoughts on what you want and make a bold move and take that direction. I have a little bit of housekeeping to tell you guys about. First, members, your Gemini and Pisces videos for love for the rest of the year will be posted tomorrow for members only. Thank you for waiting for those. And my website is down, which is causing a bit of a headache again. It's something that's been outstanding that I need to take care of, but it takes a bit of time to get reoriented and figure out what I want to do moving forward. It definitely caught me off by surprise. So if you would like to purchase a reading, go into the comments and the description. There is a link to the page directly where you can purchase a reading from me at this time, and when I get my website up and running, then you guys can buy regularly on the website. I need to decide what I want to do moving forward. I'm at a cross in the road with regard to my website as well. This full moon in Pisces is actually very beautiful. It's the culmination point of a lot of energy to do with the summer. I felt talking about that was a little bit of overkill, as we've talked about it ad nausea for a while, but I think that moving forward, doing a little bit of a catch-up overview will be helpful, and so we'll talk about the astrology at that point. Okay, so enjoy the tarot card reading. Take what messages resonate, leave what doesn't, and I will be back with more videos. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye. I miss you guys. Hi everyone. Welcome to Pisces full moon collective reading. Members, you guys get an extended audio only with a photo of the extended this time. The reason for this is that I'm reading on the sunset, so I won't be able to get your reading on video this time. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so let's take a look at the collective message for everyone. We have the Three of Wands first of all. So what this means is this is a huge full moon with regard to things coming in for us. This full moon brings in a completion of a cycle that had begun at the beginning of the summer and throughout the summer. There were several different things that added up. I usually put a bunch of videos in the corner to kind of give you the backstory. So if you're interested in more information on which things sort of led up to this point, which astrological aspects, then just go in the corner there. But now we are seeing things come in for us from the events that happened throughout the summer. And so a long period of waiting is over for many of you. And as usual, if this is not resonating, just let it go. But this is a completion point for many people with regard to things that they have been waiting for. The positive outcomes that they wanted are here. We have the Five of Swords in the second position. I think that there's a really strong clarity about who is right and who is wrong in situations. And usually the answer is that not anyone is fully right or fully wrong, and so therefore we will see partial causality, right? And so, but it's very clear if you're in a situation right now with someone and you're trying to understand who's right and who's wrong and who did what to whom, this full moon is really going to show you exactly what that is about. And it's going to be beyond just discussion. This is going to be a situation in which the answers are going to be self-evident. They're going to be just examples, the outcomes, the proof is in the facts or the things that have happened. So this isn't some kind of position for argumentation. I also want to mention, for those of you who are watching this for the first time, I know the astrology, of course, but I do these readings first before I do the astrological homework on it. So I'm familiar with what I'm going to say at this point because this is a very sequential full moon. I already see it kind of as the outcome, but here what I see is just like an intuitive interpretation on it, and this will help me read the astrology for you in the astrological summary section. Okay, then we have the King of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries energy. That's just a general kind of signpost. It's not meant to be specific. Women are taking on very strong positions. I think that there's a spirit of leadership that women bring to situations. So this means that if you are a woman, you are taking on leadership positions. Or if you are dealing with women, they're very strong at this time and very principled. I think you will find that many of your interactions with other women will be of a very honest nature. And so, just very honest, straightforward. You can look to women for help at this time. It's a really good time for help and support and the moral authority from other women and from women in general. Okay, then we have the King, the Page of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, secondary transits in Earth as well. Masculine energy is beginning something new. So whether this is your relationship to other people, if you have a relationship with a man, or if this is masculine energy within yourself, you're beginning something new. You're beginning a new path. There's some kind of a stake, initiation of energy in a new direction. There's been like a, how do you say, like a comprehensive regathering of energy to gather oneself and to reinitiate a new trajectory. Let's see the next message. There we have the Four of Pentacles. In your social environment, you might find at this time that not everyone is on the same page. I think that there's a lot of this energy about tearing ourselves away from our usual dealings and happenings and like forging in new directions. And so this Four of Pentacles is signifying that not everyone in your environment is going to be forthcoming or helpful to you in that path, and that's something to be expected because of course when we are in relationships with people, friendships with people, and we're rocking the boat too much, some of those people will have a difficult time with it. So I'm not surprised to see the Four of Pentacles there. You know, Four of Pentacles is like a mid-range card, which means that if somebody is being very defensive or not agreeing to the changes that you're initiating or the changes you want to make, it's very likely that maybe in the future they'll change their tone, but maybe at this time they're just not prepared to do so yet. The next energy is for family. Oh, very important card, King of Cups. So father figures, husbands, grandfathers, anybody who is very important in your life with whom you have a positive relationship is coming in very strong for you at this time. You can look to them for help, for guidance. They are here as a spiritual help for you, a spiritual authority. They're just coming in with very loving energy, very much at your side, very much in protection of you. Then we have the Hierophant, which is the Taurus energy. This is also very exciting. I think that part of the lessons that we have gained from the last summer is that of experience. So whether it's consolidation of past experiences and learning exactly what we were meant to learn, and coming with authority forward with that. So you had your life experiences and you've gained knowledge and information from which you are drawing energy now and you can grow from. Or whether it's just having the simple experience of doing certain things and kind of knowing the territory of what you're dealing with. You're leveling up in a sense here, and this is your ability to protect yourself, your ability to stand up for yourself, your ability to not cave to outside pressures and so forth, and know yourself in certain situations. So if you are being challenged regarding certain situations, regarding what you're saying or what you believe, then you have more wherewithal to defend yourself and to have that strength of vision. That's very exciting. Let's take a look at Uranus in the astrology overview, because this is the card of Taurus, and Uranus is in Taurus at this time. So of course Uranus will be in some way affecting this full moon. So yeah, let's take a look at that. One of the aspects of the Uranus-Saturn square through the last several months is that there's this ingenuity, putting on a new mask, putting on a new face, facing the world in a new way. Maybe in the past you've tried these new personas of yourself, but maybe you didn't have the strength of character yet, or that knowledge that I was just mentioning, to like hold on to that energy so well. And so I feel like now you have like what it takes. So behind what your idea is for yourself, what your vision for yourself is, there is now enough experience, knowledge, or just learning and education that you bring forward. And I see this person, this King of Cups, very, very tied to this. They're your support network. They're boosting you up, leveling you up, or helping you to rise up, in this authoritative role. It's very nice energy. Let's see what this card is. This is okay, so it does not hurt. So here's a little bit of a lesson. It does not hurt to take a step back. It doesn't hurt to take a step back to avoid the problem, avoid the issues that are difficult for you at this time. Step outside of the conflicts that are before you. It doesn't make you any less strong or powerful. It's actually connected to your power, the choice to choose which circumstances you involve yourself in. So not involving yourself in lowly matters, things that are low vibration. Really step outside of this. This is like a advice card, or a card that's signifying that it is a good idea to avoid these sorts of conflicts, because your strength should be completely funneled towards these new beginnings that this full moon is signifying. So with every single huge completion or catharsis, apotheosis of experience, which this full moon represents, there is also a closure and a new beginning. So sometimes people associate the new moon with new beginnings and the full moon with closure, but this, with being a massive closure of a cycle, really actually is also a new beginning at the same time. Here is the next message. We have the Page of Wands, a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn in here as well. This is again signifying that your path is your own. There will be people with you on this path, people you know right now, and people you will also meet in the future. So this isn't a lonely path, but it is a path in which it's self-directed. So you need to choose what path you're on and have the confidence in which you choose which path you will take, regardless of what people around you are saying or whether they're in approval of this or not. More energies here. Some things that are not coming into fruition for some of you as fast as you would like. You would feel like your life's on pause, like you're still waiting for something to happen. That's a blessing in disguise. That's actually leading you to a lot of success. It's not saying too much here why that would be. It's just saying that this pause, this hibernation period is actually a positive, and so look forward to that. This is a good thing. Avoidance, quietly preparing your next move, quietly preparing your next step. And then the fact that around you at this time, for some of you, things may not be as active or as fast moving. That's not a sign of things not happening. It's actually a sign of things happening quietly behind the scenes. Now, here is just a download I had as I was reading. Because the shift of the outer planets still in retrograde, it's in the last part of this big retrograde oppositional cycle between the inner planets going direct and the outer planets moving in retrograde. Because this is the end of this cycle, there's a lot of shifts that are happening around us that are not easily apparent. And I see this as a big vision for us at this time, in which if you feel like this is a hypothetical situation, you feel as though your life is stagnant at this time. Not much is going on. It's a little bit slow. Look at this tower. Ooh, I'll tell you guys about this. It's so in line with what I was thinking. And so you're sitting there and it's quiet, right? But if you initiate change at this time with this quiet energy around you, you may be acting in perpendicular at the same time as, right? In parallel to, that's what I was thinking. As other events that may not be apparent to you yet. So there are things that are going on that you don't know about. And if you pull too many of these levers and then if you initiate these new things, you may create for yourself a cluster fire of energy happening in the next couple months that you will have to react to at the same time as the things that you've been waiting for that are coming in. So just because it's quiet in your life right now, don't presume that nothing's going on. In fact, I think a lot's going on for you there. So be patient with this. If you have quiet around you at this time, know that it's something's going on. Okay, then we have the devil here. Okay, so if you're dealing with a Capricorn, everything's going to be resolved in a fair manner, and especially with hurt feelings and hurt emotions, things are going to work out. I have a feeling that there's a lie concerning someone of importance to you. That's going to get clarified. It takes time with lies to get clarified, especially ones to do with gossip. But sooner or later, one person's going to say something to the next person, and the lie is going to get clarified, and the truth will come out. So the truth is coming to the surface. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, secondary transits in Earth, in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So I think that there's going to be like a growth with you and some people in a new direction. There's people who are of a material nature, financially wealthy or strong. And so I think out of if you're involved in a long-term situation, one that has lasted a couple years or a year or maybe even a month, but something that to you feels like a long time, and it involves many different people, possibly some gossip, something that you feel is out of your hands, where a lot of people are jibber jabbering, and you don't have so much control about what's being said behind your back or behind, in private circles that you don't have access to. There's going to be clarification on those matters, and out of those circumstances, you are going to get allies, and those people are going to help you to move forward. In fact, some of the people who are closest to you, who are standing in your way, this is a very good thing for you, because when you start moving forward, you will know exactly who was not as supportive or forthcoming for your new directions. And then that's not necessary. I don't actually feel like there will be big closures in those directions. I feel like there's going to be a stepping back when you realize that some of the people who were supposed to be on your side were not, and you actually need to go forward in a new direction. Then we have the Five of Cups next in this position. Very good. This is like a healing of the soul energy here, healing of the heart, whatever has been hurting you, disappointment in other people. Again, closure and overcoming. The Chariot is here. Beautiful card. Closure and overcoming, rising up above the problems, rising up above solutions. The right people are in your corner. That kind of energy is here. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. Again, like this, there's this huge theme of, remember when I said it takes a while for gossip to become clarified? This is the fact here. It takes a while for the gossip to become clarified. It takes a while to assert who's won, who's successful. The proof is in the facts, what has come to pass. And so this is a card that's verifying that, yeah, there's definitely going to be consequences, but they're not dramatic consequences. They're also, I would say, like very Saturnian. They come out in the fold in a slow way. You know, it just is what it is. You know, whatever has had energy put into it will have its outcomes at this time. So be wary of very melodramatic feelings or falling into sadness at this time. This is not a time for feeling bad or feeling sulky. If someone is appealing towards you with very sad kind of stories and circumstances, especially if that person is a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, be very wary of this vibration of sorrow, sadness, disappointment, this helplessness. It's unproductive in this energy. This energy is all about patience and waiting, while knowing what your next step is, but just waiting for the right time. Okay, so let's see. So say no to either feeling sad or entertaining somebody's performative sadness too much. At this time, it's not the time for it. You have overcome, you have persevered. There's this energy here that something hasn't turned out yet, but it's already happening quietly in the background. Then we have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, secondary transits in water. Again, I really sense that there has been gossip, dishonest communication with people. I feel like it's long-standing too. So those things are, and not that it's happening now. This is about old gossip, old lies that were being told. They're being clarified now, and the truth is coming out. So very nice energy. Ace of Wands. Now, this is a very important position in this spread. And what this can signify is a lot of different things. So it depends on your situation. It could involve intimacy, a new intimate partner for some of you. For some of you, new work opportunities, new career path, new things to feel passionate about, new points of excitement, very likely connected with the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You're making a powerful connection with someone. They're seeing you in a new direction. You have to go out on your own a little bit first, but they will come into the picture a little bit later. Very, very exciting reading. And then we have the Eight of Swords here in this position. There's a desire to have control over circumstances that we don't necessarily have control over. The gossip of others, if they only knew my side of the story kind of thought. Or some other kind of feeling helpless situation where maybe your choice making is not a part of the equation of the solution at this time. Those things are actually removed from having influence on you with this full moon. So such things as somebody gossiping about you, and those things are not consequential for you moving forward. So you will still have the desire to clarify an issue, to try to talk it out with someone, to figure something out. However, I don't feel like I think that those will be moments of weakness, right? So I know everybody has their ups and downs, and this is recognizing that if you are going through an emotional low or feeling helpless and that kind of thing, this is not the time to heal those wounds, that kind of thing. This is a time for you to actually recognize that your sad feelings in this situation are not contributing to a positive outcome in this energy. Now, I'm not somebody who says avoid negative feelings. You guys know that. I'm a straight shooter. I tell you guys exactly what's up, and I tell you guys exactly, that if you feel bad, you should recognize it. Avoiding feelings is not the answer, but in this energy, I think that because good things are coming in for you, it's sort of a waste of time. That's how I see it. It's a waste of time for you to indulge in, it's like, why would you be sad about an ex-boyfriend if the love of your life is about to come into your life, right? Why would you be sad about that kind of a bad friend who gossiped about you if the best friend you'll ever meet is about to enter your life? Why would you be sad about a bad boss if you're about to get the best job of your life? That's the kind of energy. So keep that in mind. Whatever is coming is going to overshadow the negativity that you're currently kind of dealing with, okay? Then we have the 9 of Cups here. Fulfillment of wishes. A great happiness is coming to many of you. There could be like a new beginning for some of you. A masculine energy, especially if you date men, could be in the initial stages of initiating attraction towards you, or saying something, or trying to suggest something, like something's in the works from a man. Now, if you're already in a relationship with a man, they might be coming up with some kind of scheme to make you happy, or to do something nice. Hey, let's go for a trip, like something nice like that. So 4 of Swords here, new beginning of rest. I feel as though the oncoming energy is the quiet of gossip. It's the quieting of stress energy. You get solitude and peace and rest. I don't think it's going to be, given the astrology of October and November, I don't feel like it's going to be necessarily rest in the sense of like quiet. I think you'll be busy, but I think there's going to be quiet. I think that many of you are dealing with like a lot of BS, and a lot of BS from other people and their attitude that's showing up in many different places. So one or a couple of these may be present in your life. And so what's upcoming is definitely less BS from people. On the bottom is the Emperor. As I was getting ready to do this reading, this card came up when I was explaining it to you, and I noticed it. So for many of you, the examples that I just gave, someone important is coming into your life, yes. New career is coming into your life, something very solid and stable, or you yourself are finally on the path towards the big picture, whatever you've been under. I feel as though many of you have been sidetracked from your goals, and this is beyond just the pandemonium thing. It has more to do with, just everything, astrology and real life stuff also, everyday stuff also. And I feel like this full moon right now is a going back point. You're going back to being on the right path and finally finding your markers and being able to push forward again. So congratulations, and stay tuned for the next part.